Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video, and today I've got this old 1967 dual standard black and white TV. Similar to, well, kind of similar to the Pi that I did a video on, the 1964 Pi. But yeah, this is 1967. And I've actually got another dual standard set. Other than this and the Pi, I've got another one, a Dynatron, which I will do a video on. And I think that's a 25-inch Dynatron from 1967, and that one is amazing. I think it looks really awesome. It's in a really cool cabinet on wheels, and it has a remote control, which is really cool. And I'll show that in another video. But today we got this one, and today hopefully we're going to be restoring this one in the same video, which is nice. And you'll have to excuse the mess. I'm currently working on a few things. I'm actually working on this Betamax player and this record, this turntable here. The Betamax player, I actually got a lot of Betamax tapes with it, a lot of recordings, and a lot of them have TV adverts on them, old TV adverts. So I'm going to, if I get the Betamax player working, I'm going to archive, so to speak, put some of these on YouTube. Just some of the adverts, I think. Anything interesting, I'll put on YouTube. But so if you see some random Betamax videos, that's why. But anyway, so this is a Stationmaster. So trying to search Stationmaster on Google just does not come up with much useful information, as you can imagine. It comes up with a lot of stuff related to trains, so it doesn't really help trying to search this. I can't find anything on it. But yeah, it's a Stationmaster. What does it say? Yeah, there we go. Stationmaster. It's got this little emblem down here. And like I said, it's a dual standard set. The tuner is mixed. It does both standards, and as you can see, it's sort of repeated. You've got BBC One, ITA, and BBC Two on both sides, and one side is 625, one side's 405. Unfortunately, yeah, the dial doesn't. I think it turns one turn like that, and then one turn back. It won't move otherwise, so I don't know what's up with that. We've got the brightness and the volume is the on and off switch as well. Overall condition is not too bad. It's got these nice nice rubber feet at the bottom. There's a few nicks in the wood and some marks like there. That's where the speaker is. But overall, not too bad. This sort of stuff here, which feels like rubber, it's not like a fabric material, usually they are. This feels like rubber, some sort of rubber, but it's actually totally fine. It's in really good condition. There is this here. I don't know if that's supposed to be there. It's kind of weird. It looks like a split, but at the same time, I don't know. It's like a gap. I don't know if it's supposed to be there. Probably not. And then the screen itself has, the tube itself has this sort of weird like plastic cover on top. I'll have to show you on the inside because I couldn't tell from the outside, but on the inside you can tell. And I think it's got a bit of dust or maybe even mold, I don't know, on the inside. So I probably need to take it off, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. Which means I have to remove the tube. But anyway, we'll come to that very last minute. And just as a bit of a backstory, got this from eBay a while ago. Seller said he turned it on, it came up with an image, and then he turned it off to avoid any damage, and that's it. So all I've done since then, it's been about a couple of months actually since I've had this. All I've done since then is, when I first got it, I plugged it in because he had already plugged it in himself, and I got nothing from it at all. It's completely dead. So my first thought was that he blew something inside and turned it off. I checked the fuse, that was all good. And anyway, later on, I did a proper inspection a few days ago, and took the chassis down and did a proper inspection. And yeah, there was a lot of tubes that were sort of out of whack, a bit bent. So yeah, I must have done that in transit, unfortunately. So, which is the first time that's happened actually. But anyway, I fixed up the, I reinserted the tubes, the valves, and it starts to power up now, which is awesome. Only thing is, as the high voltage starts, and you can hear the flyback, and the line whistle and all that jazz, as that starts, there's a bit of a crackling noise coming from the anode cap. So I believe, I don't know, it might just be dirty. I don't want to leave it powered up like that for too long, but it might just be dirty. It might need to clean. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this thing up, clean the insides. I'll show you the insides first before I do it. And I'm going to clean the insides and check basic components, make sure nothing's out of whack, and then give it a power on test, I guess. Okay, before I open it up, might as well show you the back. So, yeah, we got the fine tune here, which is still intact because a lot of the time that ends up coming off or whatever. Vertical hold, horizontal hold. This is all very common placements and adjustments for a Pi chassis, which is what it is. I thought it was anyway. Just from looking at it, you can sort of tell everything's in the same place. But yeah, I can confirm it's a Pi chassis. I believe it's the... It's been a while since I've looked, but I think it's the Pi 67 chassis. So yeah, the back's in pretty good condition. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to open it up and show you the insides. Okay, so here we are. Just a quick look. You've got the typical red PCB, and yeah, it's a little dirty. Don't think it's been worked on at all. I think this is all just stock. So yeah, that's a tuner there. So anyway, I'm going to pull the chassis down to take a closer look. Okay, and here we are. So pulled it down here. I love how you can do that as well with these Pi chassis. Just pull it down and gain access. You don't even have to disconnect everything. You can just work on it like this, which is awesome. Anyway, so there's the tuner, which, like I said, is supposed to be like a dual tuner, which has both 405, 625 in the one thing, rather than two separate ones. The tube is Mullard Radiant Screen. Yeah, so which is quite common. I believe Mullard tubes are quite common for TVs using Pi chassis that aren't an actual Pi, because I think Pi have their own tubes. I can't remember what they're called, but they have their own tubes. So, but usually if a TV uses a Pi chassis, but it's not an actual Pi, it'll use a Mullard tube. And then we got the speaker there, just one speaker. Yeah, I did try to look at the neck just to make sure everything's good. It doesn't look like it's had too much use. I can't see many burn spots. The anode cap does look a bit dirty around there. And it also looks like it's actually coming out a bit disconnected from the cap, which sucks. Oh, and also you can see, maybe if I zoom in a bit, and I'll turn the flashlight on, you can see the sort of rubber there. It's like a weird rubber. See, it's going around. It's like a rubber sort of casing around the front of the tube, which is really weird. I mean, it prevents scratches, I guess, but I've not seen one like that before. And also, I'm not sure if it's supposed to, because it's got holes here, I'm not sure if those holes are supposed to go on those screws, but I don't think so. It doesn't look like they align. See? So I don't think so. It looks like it, but maybe not. Also, yes, I forgot to mention this is a 20-inch, well, 19-inch screen or whatever, which is pretty cool. But anyway, it's a little dirty, very dirty up there. And this is the board here. As I said, a lot of these valves were sort of a bit wonky like this, which of course won't help. We got a can there. And yeah, just doing a quick inspection, but I'm hopefully going to be cleaning this all nice, so next time there's a shot on this in a minute, it'll be all clean. So, but we'll see how good of a job I do. This is the flyback here, of course, and as usual it's very dirty, and I think it has some cracks in, which is also common, but yeah, typical. And I think that's it really. All the valves lit up, all the tubes lit up when I did do the power on. I'm not going to power it on to show you because I will be working on it. There's just no point really. I want to get stuck into this and then I can show you guys. But yeah, that needs a clean. I think the noise is coming from here, so yeah, but we'll see. Okay, so I've got a bit of a weird setup going on with the light, but anyway, got my discharge tool hooked up, and I've noticed maybe the sound is what's underneath here, because look at that, it looks a bit, I don't know, never seen one like that before, but don't know what's going on there. Almost looks rusted in a way, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to take it off. Just letting that rest there, but anyway. So yeah, I need to clean that and see what's up with that, and hopefully just get it to at least working. I know a lot of the caps will need to be changed eventually, but at least just see if it's worth it and if it all works. And yeah, I haven't cleaned it yet. I'm just gonna take the anode cap off and then get to cleaning. Okay, so I have cleaned it up as much as I can for now. Cleaned a lot of the surface dust off with a simple brush, and yeah, done the best I can for now. Cleaned all the valves and reseated them. Cleaned the anode, so the wire coming from the flyback from the Lopti, and that was really dirty, by the way. That wire, it was pretty much black, really bad, and there isn't much I can do about the sort of connection there. There isn't much I can do, but it is fine. I have powered it up, and the crackling has stopped. The sort of zapping, crackling noise, which was coming from this area. As you can see, I've put some Vaseline here. Pretty simple. This actually works really well. I've done it several times, and yeah, it's really good to use. So I've put some on there. There's some coming out the sides, but that's fine. And yeah, the noise has stopped, which is awesome. So anyway, I've already tested it, but I'm going to power it up for you guys. So let's see. Right, we'll turn it on, turn the volume up, plug this in. Okay, now it's on. Takes a minute to turn on, as you'd expect. You can probably see some of the valves already on there. You can see the filament in the neck is on for the heater. I'll turn out the lights so you can see better. And then you've got the RF coming from the speaker. And there we go. We got an image, which is nice. It's probably hard to see on camera, but this is 625 line it's set on right now. But yeah, everything's lit up there. That valve looks quite dim, that one there, but it is lit up. Anyway, I'm going to turn it off for a second, and I'll plug something in and show you guys some footage on here. Okay, so I've got a VCR hooked up, just this 1993 Hitachi VHS player, and it's hooked up to UHF. I've got one of my favourite shows of all time, The Prisoner, and probably my two favourite episodes. And obviously it's period correct since it came out in '67 as well. And I did try and use the signal generator, but for whatever reason, I couldn't get the RF to show up. Now, I was tweaking for a little bit. I might have to, like, you know, try and tweak for a little longer. Maybe I just didn't try for long enough, but the VCR managed to tune in fairly easy. So, and I think I've got a decent picture on here. We'll have to see if it's gone out of whack since I moved the VCR. But got it on BBC One in 625. Like I said before, 625 is this side, 405 is this side. And anyway, yeah, let's try it out. To remember to turn the VCR on would help. So the VCR should be playing now. Okay, it looks like it's not... Oh, that would help if I actually plug the VCR in.
Without which the plan might backfire.
There we go.
Why are they? You tell me. You condescend to listen? I listen, as long as what you're saying doesn't become too obviously phony. Yes, and welfare is our biggest consumer item, yes? Joke about this if you can. Assassination. So you're trying to organize or prevent one? They've heard, they are aware, and they don't need anyone's help.
So, that's the Stationmaster from 1967. I believe it's 1967 anyway. That's when the chassis is from, but probably from 67 or 68. No earlier than that anyway. But yeah, very nice set. I wasn't expecting it to just work so well in this video. My plan for this video was to get it to a working state. But it just seems to be working very well as it is, surprisingly. It was mainly just the anode cap needed to clean, and that was pretty much it. I still don't know what it was. It was some sort of brown, yellowy, rusty coloured sort of gunk. Maybe some old lubricant they used back in the day had gone bad. Not sure, but yeah, it was making some pretty bad sounds before then, so cleaned it off with some IPA, put some Vaseline on there. Yeah, that's worked fine. So, still some things to iron out. Of course, I need to change the wax and paper caps. I'll probably do all this other stuff in another video, as the plan for this video was just to get it working, but like I said, it didn't need much to get it working, so it's actually quite a good buy. Quite surprised. The tube's really nice. Picture seems good. But yeah, I need to change the wax and paper caps. Possibly the electrolytics. I did test them. They tested okay. Not too bad anyway. So I'm not sure, but definitely the wax and paper caps. I'll check any resistors, check they've not gone too high. I haven't been powering this setup for long lengths of time, so just to ensure nothing is getting any strain put on it by something else. So yeah, I'll check the resistors, change the wax paper caps, check the high voltage, and maybe change the electrolytics in another video. I think that's enough for this video. But before I go, I did want to ask you guys a question. What do you guys think on restoring these sets? Do you, if you restore these yourself, do you change all the wax and paper caps regardless? Or do you just change, components when they go faulty? So, for example, if these wax paper caps are all tested okay, would you change them anyway? Would you not? Just interested in what your guys' thoughts are. Some people like to just run these sets until they go bad, fix whatever component it is, change as little as possible. And just keep doing that. But just interested what you guys think. But I'm 90% sure I'm gonna do the wax and paper caps. I'll do those in another video. Because I'm not really finished with this yet, fully. But surprisingly, goodbye. And I think it'll make another good video, I think. I'll have a decent length video doing the rest of this, and maybe some TLC on the cabinet itself, which would be nice. Maybe some more footage for you guys, showing you, see if I can get my camera lined up, because it wasn't syncing very well. I'm using my phone, so it's quite hard to film CRTs, to be honest. So I'll see if I can do any better next time. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for another video on this, and also another video on my Dynatron, which is downstairs right now. It's a 1967 set. It's also monochrome and dual standard, and that one looks promising as well. It's also a remote set. It's got a remote control. Very cool. It's promising. The tube looks good. The flyback seems to be okay. I'm not sure if 625 is bad on it and just 405 is good. I don't know. But anyway, we'll come to that in another video. But I've got some more videos of these old 60s dual standard sets, which are my favorite. So I've got some more videos of those coming up. So stay tuned for that. And I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed. And have a great day.